I'm glad you're listening. I mean, the lines are jammed out. I knew that the show would grow tonight. People are bored to death. They don't want to hear this rubbish anymore. Every night the same cliff notes. You need cliff notes to follow it. Fiscal cliff, what's the fiscal diff? Tax and spend Dems versus spend and spend pubs. Well, there is actually a little difference. If you go to the Drudge Report, you'll find out that Weinstein and company, the violence and porn people, got $430 million for Hollywood, $222 million for rum producers, $59 million for algae growers, $4 million for electrical motorcycle makers. So there it is. Special interests got paid off by the Democrat machine. Don't tell me they're a party of reform. They're the most corrupt party in American history. Not since Tammany Hall have we seen a party as corrupt as that under Barack Obama. And as far as Warren Buffett, you know why he gets my goat? I don't mind that he's one of the richest men on earth. God bless him. What I do like to tell you is that I hate hypocrisy. It drives me crazy. It's like the Hollywood stars such as Leon DiCaprio, who is a big global warmingist, Mr. DiCaprio. Every day another speech on global warming. So over the weekend we see pictures of him on a mega yacht in Sydney Harbor with a bunch of sluts, topless sluts, and he's there smoking cigarettes, drinking booze. How'd he get there? He probably flew on a G650. Partied with that fatso, Jonah Hill. Him and Jonah Hill then flew back to Las Vegas on the Gulfstream 650. How much carbon did they emit to come back and give a speech on Wednesday about global warming? Do you believe one word any of these liars say, these tools of the Democrat machine, the Tammany Hall of today? How can you idiots believe a word of it? What is wrong with you? What part of stupid don't you get? Leon DiCaprio is a good actor and a big liar. Global warming, him and the others. You believe a word that they say? Now, the same is with Warren Buffett. Pay your fair share, says Warren Buffett. Well, Warren Buffett buys a newspaper that's 143 years old, the Manassas News and Messenger. He buys this newspaper. It's 143 years old, and he fires 72 people. He threw them out. Threw them out of work. And people say, well, why would he buy a newspaper and then close it down? I'll tell you why, because I read about it when he made a decision to buy newspapers about 6 months ago. He said newspapers were a bad investment, then he went ahead and bought them. Any newspaper that was critical of him, he bought and closed down. It's a dictatorship, you fools. You don't understand any of this. He bought the newspaper and put it out of business because they were critical of him. The only newspapers that would dare look at Warren Buffett and call him what he is, he bought and put out of business. So him and Soros together have basically killed the media in this country. And that's what gets me up in the morning. That's just gets me going in the morning. Because we sit here watching the country being assassinated, not going downhill, but literally being assassinated because there's no counterpoint. The press was our only counterpoint. And we on the nationalist side of the ticket, and I count myself proudly amongst them, we believe that our adversaries, who are the cosmopolitans, the effeminates, the ethnically, sexually, religiously, ideologically deviant, we believe that they are united in a conspiracy against America. Now, I know you never heard these words, so it's hard for you to absorb them. So I'll repeat them again. We on the nationalist, traditionalist side of the ticket believe that our adversaries are the cosmopolitan, effeminate, ethnically, sexually, religiously, ideologically deviants in this country. And we know we're right. We know we are right. Take a look at the arrest over the weekend. Here's a girl whose mother was a top realtor in New York. The father's a top doctor in a hospital in New York. She goes to the so-called Dalton School, which is just a school to go to if you want better drugs without getting arrested by the police, as far as I'm concerned. I've said that before about private schools. I'm not impressed with them. Most of the kids I know who've done anything with their lives went to state colleges, incidentally. I've never seen anyone go to Harvard and make anything of their life, personally. But nevertheless, she goes to the private schools, and what does she come out as? A bomb maker. Arrested for bomb making, and then suddenly she has to give birth the night they're schlepping her into the police station. And who does she pick for a husband? Another idiot with a goatee, with long hair, with eyes that look like one of the murderers from the 1970s. And he went to Harvard and the Kennedy School of Government. That's what you get today. That's what they get in the elite colleges today, so-called. They come out with this cosmopolitan, anti-American, effeminate, ethically, sexually, religiously, ideologically deviant mentality, and we on the other side of the ticket stand opposed to them. It makes sense to you? It's the Savage Nation. 855-400-7282 to join the conversation. I'll be with you, well, in a few minutes. I'll be back right on your local station. Be here or be nowhere.